these two, and you can solve those equations. One way is solve the A first. Okay, move this 3A is 4.5A is equal to 40 minus is 25. So A is calculate is 5.62, something like this. So, and then if you put A back to say here, we put A back to here. Okay. T equal to 1.5A plus 15. 1.5A is 5.62 plus 15 would be 5.62 2.8 8.4 plus 15. It's just calculation. You can use a calculator. It's 23.4. So the most close one is B, 23 Newton. So the only thing is they share the same A. And then you will got, if you look at this object first, and then look at this object, and you will be able to get these two relationship between T and A. Then you can solve A, you can also solve T. Okay? It's kind of similar, but the only thing is there is a wheel here, so the direction change. But essentially the same. They share the same A. You got this question? Then number 14 is asking you the tension. 33. So here is the tension T. The question is asking you the tension. So we can look at this, the same thing. Look at this object first. It has gravity and then the tension, right? And for sure, the whole system will move downward. And then we can say the total force will be equal to MA. And then if you look at this object, you also have gravity, right? But you want to separate this gravity to along this surface. No, like
So it'll be F
this force
cosine.
will be cancelled by the supporting force of the surface. So here will be mg
Sine of the
sine
angle.
30 degree. Here is 30. So that's along the axis, the component of the gravity, right?
So we wouldn't have the force cosine of the angle
It will be here,
along the x.
along the y.
No, I'm
Cosine.
talking about along the x. Would it be a force? Wouldn't it be the force, the cosine of the angle?
It's sine the angle, but it depends on where you're looking for. They gave you this angle. Okay? So, but if you draw the picture,
But is it
you'll be able to
parallel?
see it
The force, is it parallel
to this surface.
to the surface? It's parallel?
Yes.
So that's why we don't have the cosine of the angle, because it's parallel.
No, the mg is not parallel, but the x component of the force is
Right,
parallel.
that's why we don't have because it's parallel to the x component, that's why we don't have the force cosine of the angle.
Because the cosine is this force, right? It's vertical to the surface. And the surface is frictionless, so it won't have any effect to the movement of the. If you don't understand, let's say we have object here.
I think the only reason I don't understand is because there was another question that was similar to it.
There are several
I
questions
think
actually.
number 5. And we didn't use the angle of the x because it was parallel.
No, it's not because
It's not
this
5,
one.
it's the other one.
It's the other one. The other one is parallel. That is
Number 8.
number 8. Yes, you are right.
Right, and it was parallel, and that was the reason why. And see, with this, it's pretty much somewhat the same type of question. So I'm wondering,
It's not the same because it's not parallel.
I'm speaking on the top, not the
Oh.
bottom.
This force is parallel. The tension is parallel to the surface.
So with that tension,
You don't
Because-
need to separate the tension to a different component.
because it's
Because
parallel,
it's parallel
that
to
force
X.
is parallel.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was trying
But
to
the
get.
gravity is not parallel.
Right, I understand.
Yeah. So you need to separate this x component. And it's mg times sine 30 degree. Okay. So it has a force like this.
But wouldn't it be the tension minus mg sine of 30?
Now if you look at it, it's the same direction. The tension is this direction, and then this component is also the same direction.
Okay,
You can draw it, and you will be able to see it.
okay.
Okay. So if it's the same direction plus t, that is ma. So if you calculate it, solve the equations, a is equal to 304 g, and f equal to all the t equal to mg minus ma. No, m is 2.2